Hi there, my name is Tom Sondergaard. I'm a Danish photographer and this is my channel. Do I feel betrayed by Leica? Perhaps a bit, but don't worry, this story has a happy ending. When I started photographing back in the late 70s, most camera that you bought had a 50mm lens on it. My first camera was a Canon AT1 and I loved that camera. It was fully manual, no auto in that, and I talked about that in previous videos. So I got a camera with the 50mm lens on, and soon I got a 35mm and a 28mm, and later on I got a 80mm for portraits. I never fancied the 50mm. I think it's a little bit boring lens. It's not the same as a wide angle I can use for landscapes and so on that have some dynamic in it. And for portraits, I prefer a longer lens, 80mm or 100mm. And in all the years I've been photographing as an amateur and also as a professional photographer, I actually never used the 50mm, very seldom at least. And as I have told in the previous videos, I had a long period of time where I didn't photograph because I didn't like the auto in the cameras, and that's why I had some years when I didn't take a lot of pictures. But then I found the Leica Q3 and I was very excited because I never tried a Leica camera. I used to have Canon and Hasselblad and also big format Cine cameras. But then the Leica Q3 came and I was very excited about that. The only concern I had was the 28mm. I thought it was a little bit too wide for me. I would prefer the 35mm, but then again I gave it a chance and I bought the camera and I started shooting with it. And since I got the Leica Q3, I got used to use the 28mm and I actually began to love it. Then for a couple of months ago, the Leica Q3 43 came on the market, and I thought, well, if that was the camera that was when I bought my Leica Q3, I certainly would have bought that. I was a little bit disappointed and felt a little bit betrayed by Leica because I only had my Q3 for 7-8 months, and if the 43 was launched 8 months ago, I'm sure I would have bought that. But then again, I got used to photographing with the 28mm and I actually began loving that lens because it gives me a lot of challenge and it triggers my creativity. I don't have the Leica Q3 43, but I've seen a lot of videos about it and comparison. And when I see pictures taken with the Q3 43, I can see it's almost the same as when I had the 50mm on my Canon. And again, I think it's a little bit boring. I actually don't like that. It's neither a wide angle or a tele lens. So you can't use it for landscapes. And if I want to make something creative, I would like to have a larger lens, 100mm or 150mm or even 80mm. I think that the 28mm gives me more options and gives me some dynamic in my pictures. And when I take pictures with my 28mm, I don't think it's always looking like a wide angle lens. I like it and I can always crop it if I want to do that. I don't think it has a lot of distortion and it has a very narrow depth of field that I like very much. So all in all, I've become very fond of this 28mm. And now after a while I come to the conclusion that I wouldn't trade it for the 43mm lens that is on the new Leica. So I'm very happy for the choice I made 8 months ago, and I'm just looking forward to using it in my future. If I want to buy another camera, it will probably be a Leica M10, perhaps a monochrome with a 80mm on, or perhaps a 35mm. So actually I'm very grateful that Leica made this new Leica Q3 and showed me that the choice I made in the beginning was the right choice for me. Of course, the Leica Q3 43 is a great camera, but again, I'm not very fond of a lens that is about the 50 millimeters. For me, it's not versatile as the 28 millimeters. And if I want to take portraits, if I want to take street portraits, it's okay with a 50 millimeter or 28 millimeter. But real portraits, you have to use 80 millimeter or 100 millimeters. At least that's my opinion. So again, Leica, thank you for changing my photographic perspective. So now I'm very pleased with having my Leica Q3 and enjoy using my 28 millimeters. Thank you again for watching my videos here on my YouTube channel, and I hope you enjoy my other videos where I talk about long exposure and manual settings and so on. And then I hope to see you again on the next one. Bye bye.